Hey, what's up, traders? Welcome back to daily forex analysis for 26th of February 2020. Today we're going to be analyzing four currency pairs, and this is my view. What are the potential trades today? So we're going to start off with British pound against US dollar, euro against Australian dollar, followed by US dollar against Japanese yen, and we're going to close it with New Zealand dollar against US dollar. Also, if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing. I'm making daily and weekly market analysis. Also, there are going to be a lot more content in the future. So we're going to jump off the screen and we're going to start with pound against US dollar. Okay, and we are starting with a cable. This is a daily chart, and as you can see, this daily trend line, daily trend. And we're starting off with the cable, and this is a daily chart. As you can see, this daily trend line has been broken. I was speaking about it yesterday. The price might go towards this trend line and then will go down, but it has breached. So it has not changed my view on a long-term view, but it did change my short-term view, which is short-term would be a long side only up until these highs, which is around 130, 43, 45, around this zone. So I'm looking to go long for the short term if the price lets me. If it comes down to around where this daily pivot is, so roughly about 129.7880 area, which is also these lows here. So I'm looking for that. Earlier it kind of blipped down, but it did not really give me the entry to get on to the alongside, so it just started to go up. It did not play out my setup, which I use it to get an entry. So I'm waiting. It might still do another setup if it comes down and does what I wanted to give me the entry. So the entry will be around, let's for simplicity call it about 129.80. Stop should be fairly tight, possibly around 10-15 pips, and then run it to these highs, which is about 130.45 roughly. Oh, 130.45, not 35. So roughly looking around 50 pips. So this, if the stop is around up until 15 pip stop, then it give you a decent risk reward. So that's what I'm waiting for right now, if it lets me to do that. And the next currency is euro against Australian dollar. Again, this starting off with a daily chart, and we can see that the price has broken these highs and it closed nicely yesterday, and now it continues to edge higher. I was hoping that it will go a bit further down, but it has not broken these lows here, and then as it looks right now, it wants to edge higher. I don't think personally it will look back, so probably gonna even go higher to these highs, which I wanted to have the original target, but it did not give me the entry unless it will. Let's have a look. If so, it's sitting on these highs, and if it turns around and goes down to potentially these open and closes down here, then I will be looking to get onto the long side, but I don't think it will look back, because it already started to look quite strong, and it might be a bit too late, but never know. This is a probability game, so it can turn around and go further down. If it retraces, then you can jump in on around these lows, depending how far it's going to retrace back. But if you're more aggressive, then you can just jump in straight after breaking these highs, which I personally won't recommend, because it will affect your risk reward, which I personally don't like doing it. But if it's your style of trading, then you can do that. I would rather wait at least retracement to these lows, or maybe even these lows. But for now, it does not look that it will retrace back. It might just continue higher. And next currency is US dollar against Japanese yen. I'm going to start with a weekly for this one. just want to explain the full picture of it. The price went up to these weekly highs, as you can see, and then now it's retracing. It's still a retracement, a deeper retracement if we go to the shorter time frames like daily and 4 hourly. But for the as of the short-term trend is concerned, it's more of a downside. So I'm looking for the downside, but I want this price to push a little bit higher about these highs here, where this 1 hourly high. I will be looking to this price to push a little bit higher, then I will be looking to short it. So let's have a look at the so around this area. So let's put it at 110.65 for the stop to look at probably around 12 pips, maybe 15 pips stop 65, and we use a 4 hourly time frame for the target around where these lows, yeah, where these lows are at 109.70 zone, roughly around here. So it's a decent about 60 pip profit. So if you have a risk at even the 15 pips, it gives you a nice 1 to 4 risk reward, which is very good. And lastly, it's New Zealand dollar against US dollar. This is a daily chart, and as you can see, it's still looking strongly bearish. It's just a bit messing around, chopping up and down, but it has not changed anything. It still look very bearish. Yesterday it came up, but it did not set up for the entry. With this kind of volatility, it's very hard to get the entry for me because my entry is based on like a medium volatility, so it has to give me that specific entry there for me to get in, but this kind of volatility doesn't really gives me that entry. So I'm still looking for this price to come up. Would be around, yeah, same as the daily, where that daily pivot is these highs. So 63.28, 27 around these highs. Also, yeah, roughly about these highs we'll be looking to go short from. So let's have a look at what the pip range is. So if you get on to, let's say 27.63, 27, have a 37 would be too tight, probably 39. So roughly looking at about 12 to 15 pips again for the price to go further. I'll be looking for this. So 62.75. That does not satisfy me, but if you want to get out quicker, then it still will be a good risk reward. But I'm looking personally about 1 to 3, so I will be holding this position to where that monthly S2 is, and I think I did mention that yesterday. So this view is pretty much the same as it was yesterday. It just chopped around and it's sitting in the same position as it was. So I would be looking again, so the entry is around up here to where the daily pivot is, and then the target would be this daily, either depending on your strategy and your appetite. So would be rather, this would be the first target, 62.80, and but I will be holding personally to this about 62.65, around that area. Okay guys, this was the daily Forex analysis for 26th of February 2020. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm making daily and weekly market analysis, and there's gonna be more content to follow in the future. Also, if you have any questions, just leave it in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video.